Hello guys, welcome back. In this video I am going to explain the prop concept in the reactjs. So yeah, to understand the props you need to consider or go through my previous video which is made on the components, as the prop concept is related to the components only. So yeah, let's begin. So basically what is props? It is nothing but a properties, in simple term functional arguments which is passed in the react components. So yeah, regarding all these react installation and the sandbox I have explained in my previous video, please refer that. Here you can see I have created one my contact list where multiple contacts has been rendering. So yeah, these are not the actual contacts which is I am having. So these are all the celebrities. So as for the reference I have kept a dummy this one. So yeah, these are the list of my contacts. Here you can observe the s2 tag or a image or gmail tag, that is a p tag, is repeatedly we have written for thousands of contacts. If we go on writing, like, it will be, the code base will be heavy. So due here the react introduces the concept called as a prop, where we can send all these tags as a attributes or a params in for a components and return it and render it. So yeah, let's begin how we can do that. So initially I am writing a function, or you can call it as a component. I am naming it as a card. Okay, so here what I will do is, whenever this component will be called, I will be returning the div. Okay, so return the div. Yeah, there is a syntax error. Okay, now what I am doing is I will be returning the div. Okay, let's remove this contacts heading. Okay, okay, here is a structured one. So what I am doing is, whenever this card component will be called, this div will be returned. But here it is a static one, like Beyonce or Brad Pitt or S, but I want it to be a dynamic one. So yeah, let's first initially call the card once. So as previous video I have referred, this is a syntax. Okay, so here this is a component. Now what we are going to pass, those are the props. So yeah, I'll give one name, that is a params as a name. Okay, and another it will be of image. Okay, and another it will be of telephone. So these are the props or a properties or a params. You can call it in some simple terms, you can call it as arguments or params. And another will be a gmail. So yeah, the whatever the arguments we are passing in the components are nothing but the props. So here our name will be, our name of the first component will be Buoyancy, and the telephone will be, telephone number will be this one. And here you can see the syntax also. So basically it is named as a JS, but React treat it as a JSX. This is what the syntax is. In the curly braces we need to maintain the this one. Here the error will become, because those all are a string, not an declared values. Okay, so yes. Okay, now we have created this one, and string and image. So whatever the image will be there, no, we are giving it and passing. Okay, now this is what our first component with the props called as a params. Okay, now what happens is, whenever the render happens, the card, so it will go to this card and it will give this one. But here we need to make it as a dynamic. Here we can give it as a props. So whatever the function we are taking it, no, it will be considered as a props. Okay, so yeah, here watch the syntax, props dot name. So whatever the name or argument name will argument, this one will be there. No, here we need to give the props will be in terms of object, in that the name, and the source will be the props dot image. So image will be there. Okay, and in the same term, props dot what we gave was telephone number of my contact. In the same sense, we can give it as a props dot gmail. Okay, here we can see buoyancy. So let's remove this one. So yeah, whenever we render, it will call the cards with the props. Those are nothing but the arguments, properties, and in return we are dynamically rendering it. So we can call it as a multiple times. So how we can call? So yeah, okay, this is the second one. Here I am cut pasting the name and whatever the image is there, and telephone number, with a Gmail of a Brad Pitt. Yes, so this will become our second component with the props. Here we can see render it. In the same way, we can give it as a give it for yes also. So yeah, it will be in the same sense, only I am changing the name. Rest all it will be of this one only. Okay, now you can see the previous one. What the changes is, we have written a single component or a function to render the multiple inputs given with the help of the props. This much of the code we have saved and it looks clean. So this is the power of the properties. In the larger application it will be very useful. Here we have written a function. Instead of that, I'll give you a challenge where you can practice. So you can create a new components directory and make one new components called as a card, and dynamically you need to import and use this card, and with the properties you can return the div and render it here. So for that, if you don't know, no problem, please go through my previous video which is made on the React component. After that you can follow the same. So yeah, this is what the prop concept is of. I try to explain it in a very simple manner. Hope you guys have understood. So thank you guys, bye.